Hello, boys. Hello, gals. Hello, non-binary pals. Welcome back to the #1 judgiest place on the entire internet.
The whole thing?
The whole thing. I checked.
Wow.
Results are in. It took 231 episodes, but we have just gotten back where we are officially the judgiest place on the internet.
Crazy.
And I'm your host with the most, Josh.
I'm your hostess with the mostest, Erika, Ricky, whatever you want to call me.
And I'm your he's with the least, Christian.
And we are the Judgies.
Judgies.
Back, and here we are. Real quick at the top, I am wearing an Anthony Richardson shirt because I stand with Anthony Richardson. And fuck the Colts. I'll say that. Erika?
You're so fucking brave.
Any thoughts on that?
Explain it to me like it's gossip, please.
They benched his ass.
Have you seen that segment on TikTok? Did I send it to you?
Yeah, you sent it to me, of course, yeah.
Yes. I need you to explain football like that to me, please.
So pretty much, you know when you go and there's like a new kid at school and everyone wants to be their friends, and like maybe they have like a couple weird quirks about them, but like you chose to be friends with this person now.
Okay.
And then, you know, now all these other people start talking behind your back and you're like, oh my God, you're friends with the new kid? What the hell? And so because you get like really insecure that other people are like talking behind your back, you go and tell this new kid, like, I don't want to be around you anymore. You can still be like in the group, but you can't talk with anyone. That's what they did to Anthony Richardson.
I feel like I still don't understand.
Yeah.
The other guy's way better at explaining things.
This was very summarized. You don't have 25 minutes to have Josh break this down for you.
That's right.
So basically he got benched because he's the new kid?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it sounds like I described it pretty well.
Sure.
He's the new guy, and the numbers don't look good on fantasy football scores, so they benched his ass.
Yeah, that's a very reductive part of the argument that I make in my case.
On fantasy football?
It's part of the argument. That's why I didn't mention it, Christian.
I'm sorry.
Now you've got her worried about fantasy football.
I'm sorry.
My mom's going to be so upset. She's got like 3 leagues.
Well, if she has
Under the
Anthony
sea.
Richardson,
She was already upset.
Yeah.
I can tell you that.
Well, I don't know if she... Do you want me to text her and find out?
She probably didn't.
Oh, okay.
We don't just break down football drama to Erika poorly. Not poorly, succinctly.
Thank you. Richly, actually. We also open up mail on this podcast. So, Erika, why don't we open up that quick little mail?
You already opened it, Joshua.
He didn't read it.
I mean, yes and, Erika.
Okay. There is a note that says piss in all gold.
I think it's piss money.
Pie money.
Pie money. We taught Olsen how to say cash money.
Like Wilder
Yeah.
Okay.
When he's not being very cool, I said, that's not very cash money of you, is it?
At the top, you could say my name. Hi, Judgies. My name is Paige, and my last name also starts with a P. So I've been a piss baby since day one. Unfortunately/fortunately, my fiance's last name starts with a C, so soon woke liberal America will PCify my poo-poo name.
Goddamn woke liberals.
They want you to know it's /S.
Yeah. / serious.
Yeah. I
Incredibly
know.
serious.
I assume that's not / silly goofy.
No. The SG.
Unless they mean /S for / sarcasm.
No.
It couldn't be it.
I know Ricky loves New Orleans. My fiance is born and raised there, and we met freshman year during week 1 at Tulane. Now here we are. Love the pod. Love you all. You make Mondays bearable. Love Paige. P.S. Come through to the wedding. We got an open bar. P.P.S. P.P.
Be there.
That's underlined. Free Palestine.
Okay.
P.P.P.S. I have a parrot named Beef. I'll send y'all a sound clip of him sometime for a follower submitted sound.
Can we get the parrot named Beef to submit a sound saying I smell like beef?
No, I hate that sound.
How old into a parrot do they stop learning new words?
Oh, you guys are so cute.
I don't think parrots can talk. I think you're thinking of flamingos.
They do mimicry.
Oh, shit. We missed their wedding.
You're thinking of macaws.
Nah, my car's parked down the yard.
We missed their wedding. It was October 18th.
Oh, we just missed it.
Do we think
in
the bar's
New
still open, though?
Orleans. Probably. Kyle and Paige, congratulations. I'm really sad I missed your wedding. Because I love an open bar and I love New Orleans. Did you have a
Parade?
A parade? If so,
Don't ring
How
them.
was it?
Great question.
I don't think they can answer in real time.
Oh, well, want to give it a second just in case?
Just in case, we'll see. Yeah, I don't think there's anything coming
it
through.
sucks.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fair.
these headphones aren't even plugged in. They're just for show. So if they were saying something, we couldn't even hear it.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's show business, baby. A little behind the scenes for you.
Speaking of, when's the last time you guys dialed an operator?
Operator. Well, like genuinely just pushing 0 to get to an operator, or like you call a company and they have all the options and you're just like, fuck all that, and you push 0 to get to the first available person.
Either.
I don't know, probably last week.
That's crazy.
Have operators ever been a thing in our lifetime?
I don't think so.
Yes.
What?
Not in like the sense that I'm
Yeah.
thinking. Where,
No,
they got,
they absolutely have.
where they've got a pegboard,
Yeah.
Yes.
and if you call, they'll
Switchboard.
peg you.
They'll switch you.
And you say, "Hello, operator. I need something in my ass stat." On the other end of the, and it's all just tin cans and strings.
Yeah.
So you're saying that operators existed in our lifetime.
Yes.
So I could just pick up the phone and hit 0 and it would take me to somebody. I could be like,
Yes.
can you call KFC for me?
Yes. Genuinely, yes.
I mean, yeah. When you're
What
kids,
the fuck?
you could dial out.
Do you think you can do that now?
I doubt it, right?
I mean,
hang on.
I know 411 was a thing when I was a kid, and I didn't know you got charged for it. And I remember me and a friend 411 like an entire day, and my mom was just like, "What the fuck is this?"
Okay, I just dialed OV. It's 0, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Verizon wireless connection problem or invalid MMI code.
Damn.
And that's the jobs we've lost in America.
Thanks, AI.
Operators used to make frickin' bank. That's how
happened-
you bought a home back in the day.
What happened to the operators union?
It still exists, but it's a different kind of operator. It's like operators of heavy machinery.
It's operator, not operator.
More like
Correct.
Okay.
more operators. What are we talking about? Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege? Hey, all my Tom Clancy Rainbow Six Siege heads will love that one. Are they called operators? In
I
that
think
game?
they
called
are.
operators.
Okay.
Speak-
Guess what, Joshua?
What's up, Erica? I can't wait to hear what you're about to say.
That felt really
/S.
aggressive,
Yeah.
and I didn't appreciate it.
Whoa.
What are you gonna say?
I was just going to tell you that high school volleyball season's over.
Okay, this is actually huge for us.
Did it end 20 minutes after 7?
Damn, got your ass.
So you're feeling rather froggy tonight, huh?
I'll jump if you're accusing. I'll wear the frog-sized shoe.
Okay.
What does...
Well, then
I'll-
I'm not going to tell you the next thing I was going to say.
Folks,
Fuck
they
you.
were 23 minutes late.
I'm sorry.
A new record. And I understand it's because volleyball was going today, and today was the last day.
I genuinely hate you sometimes.
And so I get it.
We're going to get comments about this one. Where are we going with...
Gonna say, Erica?
no,
where
it's
are we
fine. You don't give a shit about me. It's fine.
We need to see this through, my
No,
boy.
you already know, Christian. Courtney already knows. So
Christian, tell me.
fuck me for trying to be
I'll
a
tell
friend
you
to
later.
Joshua. Tell him about my life.
I'll gossip with you later. Don't worry.
We don't just piss Erica off intentionally on this podcast, though.
Oh, it seems like it.
We also podcast on this podcast. What that entails is us going online and finding silly little stories. Sometimes Erica does that, but that's not her week. This week, Christian does that.
First story of the night got sent to us by 2 different listeners. First one came from Lola,
The bunny.
Otherwise,
and off submitter Cameron Duckworth.
are you related to Tammy Duckworth?
I don't know.
She's a
I'm
senator.
guessing not.
Lola,
Yeah, she's a senator
Yeah,
here.
she's a senator for the great state of Illinois.
corny, Illinois. Saw this Reddit story and thought it was short and stupid and perfect for the Judgies. And they sent a screenshot in case it got deleted, which
Love that.
we'll see. It didn't come to us from r/am I the asshole with an H. Aita,
Oh,
am I the asshole for not believing my boyfriend that suddenly became gay due to the altitude difference?
I don't think
don't-
it works that way.
okay. Well, which way do we think the do we think we're gaining altitude or losing altitude? Is he becoming a top or a bottom?
Do you want me to spoil it for you?
Because altitude difference could mean like, oh, he's got altitude sickness and his fever is being gay.
Yeah. I think that's what it is.
Okay. And now he's down with the sickness, disturbed style.
Oh, I can hardly believe that I'm writing this or that it happened. But I am, and it did, so here we go. I, 28 female, have been been with my boyfriend, 29 male, for 3 years. Every now and then, he has to go to Utah for a few days because his team has a customer service branch that operates out of there.
And because he's the TOO.
Yeah, he's the TOO. Top. I think they got an accent over there, right? I've never been to Utah, can you tell? I got a text
Yes,
from...
you have.
You the TOO. I got a text from one of his coworkers who has become a friend of ours, and it said that on the work trip, my boyfriend cheated on me
Oh,
with
shit.
some guy on the customer care team. I didn't believe it at first, because, first of all, my boyfriend hates the customer care team.
But was he a customer?
No.
And therefore he received some care.
Well, he did receive care.
Okay.
Going above and beyond the job description, honestly.
That's what we do here at Nokia.
Because first of all, my boyfriend has always identified as straight. And second of all, I just couldn't believe it. When he got home, I asked him about it, and basically expecting him to confirm it was nonsense. But instead, he got real quiet, and he had to sit down, and he said he had to tell me something. He said it was true. He did have a one-night stand with a guy, and I couldn't believe it. I asked him if he was telling me that he's gay or bisexual, and regardless, cheating is cheating. He insisted that he was not gay at all, but the strangest thing happened. He said that when he was at dinner with his Utah coworkers, he suddenly became gay. I was like, what the fuck do you mean? He says he thinks it's due to the altitude.
Well, really, the problem with Utah is there's just so many more men there.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's like...
Boo!
I was like, you're fucking with me, right? But he said after he had done it with this guy, he got really confused as to how all of a sudden he was gay. He said that higher altitudes could have an impact on how people think and on their emotions. He thinks that the high altitude made him gay temporarily. He said that as soon as he landed back home, he was back to being straight.
Wait, so how gay is he when he's on the flight?
Ooh,
or is it because it's a pressurized cabin that keeps all the gay out?
Yeah. The gay went out when his ears popped. I was like, did he get drugged or something? But he said that was not possible. They were always in a group at dinner, which is when he became gay, and was only alone with the guy afterwards. He said he had done a lot of thinking on the drive back from the airport, and he confirmed within himself that he's straight. and that his only conclusion could be that he was temporarily turned gay due to the altitude.
So he's a fucking idiot.
I think that much is very clear.
He was a closeted idiot before this. Now, I was like, whatever, I guess we're breaking up. And then he looked at me confused. I was like, gay or not, you cheated on me. Mm-hmm. He said it wasn't his fault and that human actions are just a byproduct of accidental brain chemistry.
Byproduct, interesting. Freudian slip.
And that his chemistry had been altered through no fault of his own due to the higher altitudes of Utah. You gotta understand, babe. He said he couldn't believe I would blame him for something like this. That's medical and scientific. That was medically and scientifically out of his control.
But he confirmed it within himself.
Uh-huh.
He's not, unless he's like fucking Stephen Hawking and like an absolute genius theoretical like scientist. It's not like at least find one thing on like WebMD to confirm it. You know, give me any other source besides now this is what I feel to be true.
He really looked bewildered that I was angry about this. I don't know. Maybe he's convincing and I'm a rube, but I'm starting to wonder if I'm overreacting. Like, I know it sounds insane, but is it possible to accidentally change your sexuality due to emotional changes brought on by altitude?
No.
Is that possible?
No, it's not, actually.
And if it is, am I overreacting? Should I throw away a 3-year relationship for this? He's acting like I'm being rude and weird about it.
You should throw away this 3-year relationship because he's a fucking idiot.
I'm confused. Am I the asshole?
Here's what you do. You find the lowest point in the country, and you go sleep with as many dudes as you can. And be like, sorry, it just made me so straight, babe. I had to cheat on you so many times, but it wasn't cheating. It's just science.
It's
and
science.
then he can't be mad at you.
He can.
No, he can't. We're playing the game by his rules.
Okay.
If you go to Death Valley and you have sex with many, many, many men, 50 Cent style, then you're in the clear.
But what does that do for her?
She gets to have sex with many, many, many men. What do you mean? Who doesn't want to do that?
Yeah, unfortunately.
I don't find that
Even when you're in
enticing.
Utah?
Even when I'm in Utah. Oh, Death Valley's not in Utah, is it?
No.
It's in California.
I don't know where it is. There's Death Valley at LSU. That's what they call their football stadium. In Louisiana. Right outside of Baton Rouge.
Baton Rouge.
Let me look up Death Valley.
I think it's in Arizona. Is it not in Arizona?
No,
Death
I'm pretty
Valley's
sure.
up north,
Is it
isn't it?
Nevada? No.
Death Valley, California.
Is it California?
I was right.
It's also in LSU where the
Oh,
LSU
shut the
Tigers play.
frick up, Joshua.
All I'm saying is you should break up.
Yeah. For sure, for sure.
Christian,
You gotta break up.
Mm-hmm.
you don't have to, but you should.
You don't have to, but
I think you do.
I think you gotta have a hard, long talk with yourself. Maybe you drive to an airport and have some time to reflect on it, and you'll realize he cheated on you no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
And you can catch a flight to, I don't know, where's a cool place? New Orleans? If you're gonna break up, where do you want to go after that? It's a good place for.
What's a good place to go post breakup?
Yeah.
I don't know,
Probably
Death Valley and go have sex with a lot of dudes.
Okay.
I was going to say a beach.
There's beach pond property in Death Valley.
No.
Beaches are dry.
They're dried up.
There used to be a beach there. Why do you think the valley is so valley? You think about
It
that?
was caused by water. At one point, this was at a minimum riverside property.
Oh,
Next.
there's no beaches on rivers now. I get it.
I feel like a total fucking dumbass. You made me look like a fool, Josh. Next story come to us from off submitter Sal. From r/trueoffmychest. My boyfriend has a weird penis. To start off, I would never ever say this to him, and I don't even feel comfortable talking about it with my friends because
You don't want your friends to know that your boyfriend has a weird penis.
yeah, it's an intimate part of his body that wouldn't be right. That wouldn't be right? I don't know. But I needed to get this off my chest, so here we are. I like my boyfriend a bunch, and we've been dating for a few months.
I like him a whole lot.
A couple of weeks ago, after a nice date, we got a bit intimate. And after kissing for a while, but when I saw his penis, I was so weirded out, and I just couldn't go as far as I wanted to with him that night.
So this is the first time you're seeing it.
Yeah, and
Okay.
let me set the scene for you here a little bit.
Did they say their ages?
They did not. We're going to say way 24.
Okay.
Way over 18.
Okay.
I don't want it to be a weird high school thing. I don't know what you're getting at here. I'm panicking now, Josh. I'm panicking.
I'm just trying to understand if they've seen a lot of penises and this one was so crazy that they're like, whoa. Or if this is maybe the first one they've seen in person and maybe they're realizing, hey, the altitude's a little high here.
Well, when you hear the description, I think he'll be on the same page. To start off, his penis is a little small, around 4 inches hard, which isn't a problem. But everything else just makes it worse. Its shape is really odd. It's small at the base and then gets wide in the center and then gets small again around the head.
Sure, like a bomb.
And over the 4-inch length, it kind of just looks really weird to me. But it's not just that either. The head also is not smooth, but almost has a texture to it, which I've never seen either. They've seen another penis before.
So they've seen other penises.
It also kind of faces to the side when hard, which I've seen before, but in combination with everything else, it doesn't really help it out. Now, after the first night, I looked it up online because I was a bit worried, especially about the head. It doesn't seem to be connected to any STDs or anything like that.
That's what I was thinking. Like, you should get that checked.
Yeah, it's a fair concern.
So a few dates later, when we got intimate again, we ended up having sex, and I just forgot about it. And the sex was good.
How do you forget about that? How do you forget
The
about that?
lights were off.
I will never forget about this. It's not even a penis that I am ever going to see in my life, and I'll never forget about it. How do you forget about that a couple days later? That doesn't make no sense.
I can't believe you've never been so in the moment that you'd forget. You've never made out with me so much that you forget about my
You don't have a weird
crazy
penis.
awesome dick.
Wow, brag, Erika. That's such a brag that your husband's got a cool cock.
Yeah, I'm not complaining.
I don't know how else you would describe it other than cool.
Rad.
It's like 4 degrees lower than the rest of my body temperature. It's kind of crazy.
Tubular. Hey, that's cerebral, brother.
Thank you. Now, after the first night, I looked it up online. I skipped back up a paragraph. The sex was good.
Well, I guess that's all that matters then.
So yeah, we've been intimate a few times since then, but admittedly less than I would like because I can't bring myself to look at it for too long or to do anything with my mouth to it. Otherwise, we're pretty happy together.
Yeah.
I think I'm just going to have to live with it and keep the fact that I find it weird to myself forever. Writing it down has been nice to finally get off my chest, though. Unfortunately, I think you have to break up.
Yeah, you don't. I mean, it's a pretty significant part of what's going on.
It would be like, this is so, it's like, I just find my partner's face to be really unattractive, but I guess I'll just put up with it forever.
Yeah, something is gonna eventually slip, and then he's gonna find out that you think he's got a weird penis, and then he's gonna want to break up with you anyway. Well, probably not, because who else could love such a deformed freak? But,
oh, too mean.
That's a joke.
This is a listener submitted story, Josh. I forgot to say that.
Do you think it was a botched circumcision?
I have no idea.
Interesting.
I have no idea. Well, she didn't mention if we were cut or not.
That is good. That's a good point.
We're assuming cut because we're in the Western world here.
I'm
over in the United States of America.
Yeah, I am very curious about the textured tip.
Yeah. Ribbed for her pleasure?
I mean, she said it was. She said it was ribbed for her pleasure.
Same thing with like the bulge in the center. Like maybe he's got perfect dildo dick. Yeah. I don't.
Maybe her
perfect dildo dick.
Oh, also we have an audience tonight. Forgot to mention that at the top. I was gonna mention it, but Josh was being an asshole. So
yeah, it's part of the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
It's part of the podcast.
Anyway, my BFF Courtney's here, and if you stick around to the bonus episode, she's going to make an appearance, and we're going to talk about Atlanta on the
Hot Atlanta.
Ooh. I don't remember which button it is. Oh, it's a push and hold. Weird. What happened there?
Yeah.
What if this lady has a vagina that's small at the opening, big in the middle, and then small again, and it just is like a key? It's like a lock and a key situation.
Mm-hmm.
Have we put any thought into this?
No,
I haven't.
And what if she's got a weirdly textured vagina?
Interesting.
Good for her.
Interesting.
And he doesn't want to tell his friends about it.
Interesting.
Nor should he.
Ooh. That sucks to hear. She kind of just aired out his dirty laundry. I guess, is it fine?
Not to her friends.
I was going to say, is it fine if you did it to the internet?
Yeah, I guess.
The millions of Judgies listeners?
Sure.
Oh, we were down to millions now?
Yeah, it sucks.
Damn, that sucks. We were at trillions for a bit.
One last story before the break. From r/am I the asshole?
No.
Wow, original.
It's original. Am I the asshole for replacing my friend's throw pillow with a thrifted identical version?
What'd you do to the pillow, bud?
Fucked it. No.
Oh, I accidentally fucked it.
Sorry. So, my 24 female friend, Wendy, 23 female, just got a new apartment. She's the first of our friend group to get an apartment, so everyone's really excited, and Wendy wants it to be the main place we all go to hang out. Wendy threw a party this past Friday. Just a small get-together, a little kickback with our group of friends and some of Wendy's cousins. After a few hours, we're all pretty drunk, including me, and I accidentally spilled my wine on one of her throw pillows. I tried to wash it out, but no luck. Of course, I offered to replace the pillow, and Wendy sent me a link to where she bought it. It was a $70 pillow for a tiny little carrot pillow.
Carrot?
I don't know where the carrot went.
What the hell?
Which carrot you looking for? This big chode?
Yeah, that works.
This is more than a chode, really.
That's probably like
That's
It's curly at the top.
That's the texture.
Mm-hmm.
Ew. Ew. That's like a squid.
It was $70 for a tiny little pillow. I told her that I would definitely replace it, but I would probably have to wait for a few weeks for my next check because this eats into my gas money.
Mm-hmm.
She seemed pissy about it, and I felt bad. Yesterday, my other friend wanted to go thrifting for Halloween costumes. I had already gotten mine, but wanted to tag along. And I thought it was my lucky day because at one of the thrift stores, there was the exact same pillow. Like the very same one with the tag on it from the store and everything.
Wow.
The thrift store was selling it for $12. So I got
yeah.
it because it was cheaper. And now Wendy would be able to have her complete complete her living room quicker than we thought.
That seems pricey for a thrift store pillow, no?
I thought the same thing, if I'm honest.
I mean,
but
I don't know the
coming from
going
70.
rate. Yeah, I don't know the going
Throw
rate.
pillows are kind of pricey in general.
Even at the thrift store? I don't know if I've ever bought
Yeah.
one.
Fast forward a couple hours, and we all go over to Wendy's to show her the Halloween haul, and I present her with the pillow. First, she was happy, but then she was like, how are you going to get to work now? I explained that I found it at the thrift store, and she threw it at me and acted all grossed out by it.
She has an apartment now. She is better than you.
Now I'm confused because we all go thrifting all the time, including Wendy. But Wendy was like, I don't buy soft furnishings at thrift stores. I offered to wash and bring it back, but she said no and still demands that I go and buy one from the actual store now. I said no. I would wash the thrifted pillow for her, but I'm not buying a pillow for $70. She said it was my fault for spilling the wine in the first place and said that I was too clumsy to live.
Whoa.
That's crazy. What an insult.
What a jump.
Then I said, for someone who wants to host parties, you are being a big brat about a little spill.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We left it at that. But I left a few minutes later because I could tell Wendy was really annoyed at me. Now the friend group is taking sides, and one of my friend's girlfriends told me that there's now even a group chat that doesn't have me or Wendy in it called The Pillow Crisis of 2024, where everyone is arguing about who is right in this situation. I did wash the pillow and gave it to my friend to give it to Wendy, but apparently she refused it and she refused to put it on her couch. It now resides in the floor pile of pillows. So, am I the asshole?
No. No, I would have done the same thing.
So she kept the thrifted one?
She kept the thrifted one, but she has a pile of pillows on her floor for some reason. And it's just sitting in a pile of pillows on the floor.
Is that where the wine? Why?
I don't know.
Oh, wow. What a bad person.
That's pretty crazy. I get it a little bit. Like the idea of like, who knows what gross thing is on this? Why is it at the thrift store? But, like the fact that it still has a tag on it and like she's willing to wash it. I think after, hey, call me crazy. Even if it's gross, give me 2 washes. And I'm like, okay.
I just don't get, even if wine got spilled on a pillow, I just don't think I'd be that upset about it if I threw a party and somebody spilled a drink on.
Yeah, don't
on
you
a
think?
$70 pillow.
But you're hosting the party.
I would never
like,
buy it.
It's like
$70
almost
pillow.
like an expected thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
If someone's coming over and doing it every time and it's intentional, obviously there's other circumstances, but like when you're hosting a party, you're like succumbing to the idea that something might get spilled.
Yeah.
If you're drinking red wine, sometimes
You can still get pregnant from succumbing.
you can still get pregnant from succumbing, and you can still spill red wine when you drink it, even if you go really, really tight-lipped with it.
Well, there's that.
Would you ever? Here's the other thing. Where did the wine spill? Can we just flip the pillow over?
That's what I
Well,
was
it's got a different design on the back.
thinking. It's a tomato on the back,
Fuck.
depending on what mood you're feeling.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't understand. If you're paying $70 for a pillow, put it away when the guests are coming over.
Yeah, that's an expensive ass pillow.
You don't leave the fine china out when you.
Excuse me.
when you got like toddlers around.
Yeah.
You got to understand. You got drunk people coming around with wine. You put the expensive shit away.
Yeah.
Not that hard of a concept. We moved the quilt when we drank beer.
Thank you.
And I was the one that didn't want to do it.
Thank you.
And you're the one most likely to spill.
There's no spilling this year. Believe it or not.
That was pretty surprising.
Spill-free episode.
I don't know how it was such a tame power hour, if I'm being honest.
It was pretty tame.
Were you cutting our beers with water?
Bush Light.
Did Bush Light bump up the water content?
I hate to let you know, but Anheuser-Busch cut the Bush Light with water.
That sucks to hear.
Yeah, it's down to 2% alcohol now.
That makes a lot of sense because it was going down smooth.
They were NA beers. I assume that just meant North American.
Nasty beers. I think that's all we got for this side of the fucking sode, guys.
Throw it to the other half.
So we'll see you on the other side of this MFing break.
He said throw it.
No, don't hit the camera. Welcome back on this side of the break. Christian, what do we got?
This week we got
Tell me about that Circle Jerdge.
That's right. Somehow the Circle Jerdge got removed from the board. So this is the one we got.
This is what you get.
This is what you get. You get tell me about that Circle Jerdge again.
Oh, okay.
We'll figure it out. You know, when I had the cards, I guess I maybe could have delved into it. I just forgot about it.
That's all right.
I completely forgot about it.
We have this side of the podcast, we do a little funny little thing called Circle Jerdge where we kind of just fucking goof off and judge around this circle. And this one was a listener submitted Circle Jerdge called Poops and Craps.
Wow.
Hello, Judgies. Longtime piss.
Hello.
Oh, this comes to us from Sienna. Longtime piss baby. First time writing to y'all. You guys are my favorite podcast. I look forward to every Monday. And you can say my name if I'm lucky enough to make it onto the pod.
You're my favorite crayon color.
It is a good color. Who doesn't like a nice sienna? Like Christian, I love a poop story. But I don't have any poop stories. But I do have a Circle Jerdge idea. As I'm currently sitting on the toilet, this is what pooped into my head. They put pops, but I think it's funnier to put pooped. There are so many terms for poop, but what do these names imply? I would love to hear y'all rank poop terms from biggest to smallest. Or maybe how big is a bowel movement versus how big is a poo? Is a shit even bigger than that? What about feces?
Interesting.
I got a whole list for them from the lovely place that's called the internet.
I feel like we need, are we just going to read the names?
Yeah.
I almost fear we need a political compass type.
Ooh.
Where one axis is looseness of the stool and the other axis is hardness.
Do you have a whiteboard in here?
All right.
So on the x-axis we'll have softness. So all the way to the left will be liquid.
Okay.
And all the way to the right will be Erika.
Hard as fuck.
Because you would take big old constipation poops.
Not anymore.
Oh shit, she's regular, folks.
She's on that stool softener.
Whatever.
Rock hard.
Yeah. And at the very top, you'll put
Big.
At the very bottom will be small, so put Christian.
Small boys.
At the very top, put Erika.
Big girls.
Big girls. There you go.
All right.
Perfect. Look at this Poo-Litical Compass.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Poo-Litical Compass.
Okay. What's our first word?
First word coming in with a soft one here. I feel like crap. So, a softball question.
Okay, I was gonna say crap's hard to me. Yeah.
You think so?
I feel like crap is pretty medium, but it's leaning. It's center right.
Interesting.
Center right.
That's where I would put it. I think it's like medium size, but like a little harder than center.
All right. So this is marker is crap. Crap.
Shit.
We got a whole bag of them.
Okay. Well, it did what I needed it to do. So.
What are your thoughts on crap?
I agree.
I say
if I got to go take a crap,
it's a pretty standard movement.
Yeah.
Like if you get bubble guts, you're not gonna be like, I gotta take a crap.
No.
You gotta go take a shit.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know if you take a shit.
We'll
get there when we get there.
All right. Doo-doo.
Doo-doo.
Doo-doo is
Dee-dee
soft
mega
to
doo-doo.
me. And I also feel like it is small. Soft and small for doo-doo.
I
I'm thinking
agree.
soft and small.
Not all the way, though, but definitely.
Somewhere in the center?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's good for doo-doo.
Doo-doo.
Okay.
I do. You do?
Dookie. Where do we think Dookie falls on the Poo-Litical spectrum?
I think
The
dookie is
Poo-Litical-
hard and big.
Hard
Okay.
and big? Really? I would have went hard and small, but we're definitely hard.
Okay. I do lean Dookie's hard.
Dookie is hard.
Big or small on the Dookie?
Green Day knew what they were doing.
So here's my... Dookie's a little silly goofy. I think it's going to be a smaller size.
That's what I'm saying.
I feel like if
Wait, what did I say?
You didn't say that. That is not what you were saying.
Okay. Are we putting dookie somewhere in the center here?
I think like about there. I don't
Your
think
hand covered that completely. I had no idea where you pointed. Oh, okay, cool.
I think it's leaning smaller. I don't think we're taking rabbit shit yet.
Okay.
No. Dookie is like the funniest sized poop that you could prank with.
Yeah.
I guess someone takes a dookie
You know
on a
what?
desk.
Yeah.
It's just like a little shit.
It's enough of a shit to really make
And
a
it's
statement.
Solid. It's a dookie is like, oh, what the heck? Like
Yeah.
you can pick it up.
It's almost like a dog turd.
Yes.
Yeah.
A dog turd's a dookie. Don't even get me started on turd. We'll get there when we get there.
Ooh, I hate this one. Droppings. I
That
think
is small.
incredibly hard and small.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're putting that at the very
That's
spectrum here.
Yeah. That's easiest one yet for sure. I do agree that we're all agreeing. Or I do love that we're all agreeing. Like
Yeah.
it's so universal.
It kind of
Yeah.
feels like a Boba Kiki moment right now.
It does.
It's like once you say it, it's like, oh, that makes so much sense.
The vibes are vibing for sure.
Ooh, I hate this one. Dung.
This is so fun. This is like
Dung. Okay, dung is soft and dung is big.
really because I'm thinking dung beetle, and that's small and hard. So we don't agree on this one. Because I think a little dung beetle moving a little hard ball of poop.
I'm thinking of like elephant dung.
Yeah, or a cow dung,
Interesting.
like a cow
Yeah.
pie. Big and I can go with that.
Here's I'm kind of in a little bit in both your camps. I also think of dung beetle,
Yeah,
but I think
I'm thinking
that it's
dung.
I'd go. Oh yeah, that's about right because it's not liquid.
It's
not
not
liquid.
liquid, but it is not hard.
so to me it's dung beetle, but in comparison to the dung beetle, it's a big turd. But it also has to be soft enough to be rolled around. So you can't have a hard turd. It's got to be
Also, if
slightly
we're
soft.
talking a size in ratio comparison to body, it's ginormous.
Well,
The dung beetle's pushing other people's shit.
yeah, it's not pushing its own shit.
Yeah, still.
Okay.
Fair enough. I'm back on board. Another one that I don't like, excrement.
Excrement seems like rat poo to me. So like
Interesting.
small and hard.
I don't think it's as hard as droppings. I still think it's smaller.
Interesting.
I'm leaning small,
to me,
but
this is like toothpaste. Like I'm excreting.
interesting. Oh,
Like it's like a
Okay.
sticky.
And now
like
I'm thinking
a-
Play-Doh, and you're really,
Yeah.
oh god,
It's like a-
Okay.
like you're popping a zit.
But it's
Yeah.
small.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely coming out of a tight little
All right.
asshole.
So then
It's definitely.
I'm gonna go ahead
It's
and
definitely being excreted.
disgusting excrement.
Yeah.
This is like when you
Extruded.
find out in the Netherlands they have like 20 words for snow,
yeah.
and we just have 20 words for shit, and we're all like, yes, yeah.
They all mean something a little different.
This is when the humidity's high.
This one, fecal matter. So
Okay, this is very scientific setting.
to me, when it's fecal matter, it's almost got to be a spray. So where the
Whoa.
heck does
Oh.
a spray
Wow.
come on the list?
I got so on board after thinking of MythBusters for 1 second. Because you get fecal matter on things. It's very, very, you don't see it.
Okay, so maybe just on the line of liquid. Because it could be big or small.
Yeah,
I'd say it's right in the middle on the line of liquid.
sure. Yeah.
It's when you're having such a bad diarrhea that
You get fecal matter.
Yeah, you're getting fecal matter going
right.
on.
Yeah, because I don't know if they have it, but like fecal matter's all the way to the left, stool sample is all the way to the right.
Okay.
Because okay,
Really?
As someone that has collected stool samples
They're
as part of my
always
job,
soft?
they're almost always on the softer side.
interesting.
Wow.
Are they always big or small?
Well, usually these people are very sick
Yeah.
when you're collecting a stool specimen, so it's usually more towards diarrhea.
Do you just
And
send them
so-
in the bathroom and say fill up the cup like you do
No,
with piss?
Yeah, I was gonna say-
And then if you fill it up, you just poop the rest. Of the
I would drop off a cup in a paper bag with directions on it.
Oh my god.
And I also would include a pair of gloves and a spoon and
Huh?
some saran wrap.
Huh?
How big is the spoon?
Just a normal plastic spoon.
Like
How big is the cup?
You're giving the cafeteria?
Yeah.
How big is the cup? Is this looking like a chocolate pudding by the end?
Not necessarily.
And so do they shit?
So you put saran wrap over your toilet.
Oh, you
Over
hit
your
him with the
toilet seat.
classic prank.
like
you-
underneath the toilet sink, but over the bowl?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Whatever helps you. Sure. And then before you do that, you pee first. So
Yeah.
everybody knows you pee when you poop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously.
So you pee first and then you put the saran wrap down. Make sure you're washing your hands before and after,
Okay.
especially after.
Sure.
And then you take the spoon and you just spoon it into the cup.
So how loose is the saran wrap?
The saran wrap
You're
is
doing it tight.
gonna have to be tight.
I just am I crazy? I feel like I'm gonna have shit all over my ass. What, I don't like. Where does the poop go? It's like in my. Am I crazy?
I assume.
Look up a Carrie Blair kit. That's what it's called.
Here's what I would do. I would drain all of the water out of the back of the toilet tank. Like I'd turn the water off, drain all the water out,
No.
flush all the water down.
Nope.
Put the saran wrap in the bowl. Shit. That way the saran wrap catches it, and then I'll spoon it out.
No. It's all contaminated now.
Well, I'll grab a 5-gallon bucket and do the same thing.
Nope. It's contaminated.
Hershey squirts.
Okay. Those are. Okay, so a Hershey squirt is a shart, basically.
Yeah, I would say.
So those are small and liquid.
I'm saying they're big and liquid. Because if you're
A shart?
here's the thing. A Hershey squirt is when it is literally like it's like not quite peeing out of your butt. It's got a little more oomph to it than a pee out of your butt.
All right.
I definitely.
But when you have the squirts, you're on the toilet for so long. You're like, this is not possible. It's like,
Yeah, when you turn to Donald Duck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so
Okay.
it's a really. It's,
All right.
it's-
We'll put it somewhere in the center over
I
here.
just think it's a
suppose.
little bit bigger than small. I'm leaning big compared to small, but I think it is very soft.
Hershey.
I don't want to argue with the expert. It sounds like you've got a lot of hours. You've had a lot of man hours with Hershey squirts.
The Hershey squirts is what happens to me when I eat 12 spicy garlic wings from Buffalo Wild Wings. I pop the cork.
Okay.
And then I have the absolute just squirts going on.
All right.
We got wings the other day, and with our good friend Luis, and they had like Texas, like some sort of like Texas Pete. Is that the name of the hot sauce? It's like Texas Pete's hot sauce. Boy, did they fuck me up! They
Uh-oh.
were so hot, and they were very good.
How hot were they on the way out?
It wasn't too bad actually. They just fucked me up.
How hot were they?
It wasn't too bad actually.
See, I feel like people always... I've heard people talk about like, oh, that's going to burn on the way out. I've only ever had that happen to me with one thing.
Really?
Yeah. Which is surprising me. Maybe my mouth's just so weak to spice that my butthole's like coward.
Well, isn't it? It's like stomach acid, right? Isn't that what it is? That burning is like stomach acid coming out or something.
I just always thought it was like once you eat something hot enough. Ew, I hate this one. Human waste. Ew.
Okay. This is sort of what I was feeling with the same thing. It's like scientific-y.
Yeah, this one's
I'm gonna
very
put
scientific.
it right next to
excrement.
yeah, it's a normal one. Human waste is
Like center.
yeah.
I'm down with center.
I'm
on that.
going a little bit down into the right, a little bit small, a little bit rock hard,
A little harder than excrement.
Oh, it definitely needs to be harder than excrement for sure. Because if the sewers are not filled with excrement.
Yeah.
Can you
Human
rewrite that
waste.
crap?
Huh? Rewrite the crap?
Yeah. The marker was not marking.
Do.
All right, now I'm going to have to reach out to the experts here. Manure. I don't even know really what manure looks like.
We're going
Big for sure.
big for sure, and I'm gonna say that it's
I'm a fucking city slicker, dog. I don't know what manure even looks like.
go
Big cow
manure.
patties.
Sure. I would have went a little bit more to the right, but I think that's fine.
We're kind of on the line there.
Yeah, I think that's fine. Yeah.
A number 2.
Oh man, a number 2 pencil style.
If
I'm taking a number 2, that's like a nice what's a 4 or like what's like the healthy poop
Yeah, okay.
where
On
it's
the
like
Bristol
it's rough,
stool scale.
it's hard, but it's not like damaging. It's just like boom. Like
Yeah.
So like next to crap.
I would go a little bit harder.
Okay.
I think it's like if I go and take a number 2, I feel good afterwards.
Oh, yeah.
Like you don't feel dirty.
Should we go up a little bit?
A little higher, yeah.
A little higher than
Yeah,
crap?
because you get relief.
Yeah.
If you take a number 2, you're feeling good the rest of the day.
Yeah.
You're not going back
number
for
2
seconds.
At number 2, you come out and go, just lost 10 pounds.
Yeah. Yeah.
No. A number 2. No.
I just lost 5 pounds.
You coming out and saying I just lost weight? That's a big one.
That's what we're saying. Number 2's great.
A number 2 is not I lost 10 pounds with that one.
Maybe 2 pounds.
No.
Erika, you're taking number 10s. That's the issue.
Yeah, that's the number. You could be taking number 2s, but you're waiting 14 days, so.
I don't want pineapple.
Oh, I've never even seen this word before. Ordure. Ordure.
Isn't that the French word for...
Maybe.
Is this not a deep Judgies callback? Didn't you like the French word for diarrhea?
Maybe. This sounds like something I wouldn't.
It's like some episode 7 shit that you randomly knew at one point.
That sounds very
Let's
possible.
skip this one because clearly none of us know what this is.
Here's a classic. A simple poo.
A poo?
Yeah.
Poo is small and soft.
Yeah.
Small, soft poo.
I feel like it's almost opposite of dookie. Or not, well, like,
So like here?
even...
Is it smaller or softer than doo-doo?
It's...
I think you're right, Erika.
It's
It's
slightly-
slightly harder and slightly bigger than a doo-doo.
Yeah.
For sure.
Thank you.
Okay. The runs.
Okay.
Oh, interesting.
Now, runs versus squirts. What are we thinking?
The
Well-
runs is left to squirts, right? It's more liquid than squirts.
For sure. Also, I feel like the squirts are more forceful, like
Okay.
bigger. The runs smaller.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna do runs over
It's
here.
all the way liquid, but a little smaller than...
They named a sandwich after that in Nebraska.
The runs?
Yeah,
Really?
The Runza. All my Nebraskans are going to hate that joke.
Okay.
Scat.
Ugh.
Scat is small and hard, I think.
Small and
Small
hard
and
for
hard.
sure. The Josh Highsmith story.
A shit.
I'm gonna go with hard and big.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, if you take a shit, normally it's preceded by massive.
Yeah.
I dropped my lid over there.
Like
I feel like my
dad's
dad's taking shits, you know?
Yeah.
Do you think it needs to be harder and bigger? Is the shit up over here?
Yeah, go ahead and fill out that empty space.
You dirty dog, Courtney. Trying to move it.
Down to the last 2 here.
Number 2, really.
Ooh,
You think okay, so Courtney says if we're gonna shit our pants or crap our pants, that's a soft.
a big hard poop, or is it you gonna like have some liquid coming?
Well, I think if I'm about to shit and I fear it's liquid, I think I'm gonna say I got the runs or I got bubble guts. Like that's more of a soft to me. If I'm like I gotta take a shit, it's because it's knocking on the door and it's ready to come out.
Yeah.
Like you like what's it called, turtle head?
Yeah.
Like that's because it's nice and hard and ready to pop out. You can't turtle head the runs.
Yeah, the run.
That's when you get the Hershey squirts.
The runs give you gives you what do I even call them? Surges. Have you ever surged?
The surges, yeah.
That comes with the runs. That's not coming with the shit.
All right.
Second to last one, the penultimate stool.
Oh, stool.
I think stool's pretty middle, but towards bigger.
Stool's hard because you got to take a softener. You don't take a
the
stool
logic
hardener.
He's hitting me with the logic here.
I understand you can. But stool softener is what I associate stool with.
What are you thinking?
But then you said,
You're going back to stool samples, aren't you?
Yeah.
Loose. I'm down for whatever. This one's a wild card.
I'm gonna put stool over here. Kind of center. Could go any which
I
way.
think that's fair.
But I have it more liquid and on the bigger side.
And the final one here. Turd.
Turd.
I think that turd is definitely big.
I think turd is it's almost maxing out big.
Really?
You think so?
Yeah, if I walk into the bathroom, I'm like, oh, somebody left a fucking turd in the toilet. It's always the most ginormous fucking turd in the toilet, dude.
Yeah.
Well, okay, but then where would you leave log?
Ooh, I feel like
Oh,
log
log
is a
is so
subcategory of
big.
turd almost.
Log is so big. Log is when you're a kid and you go into a zoo bathroom and you're like, what the fuck? Why is the toilet so dry and there's the biggest poop I've ever seen? It's like this long, uncut. It's
Okay.
like, how did that get out of what's the angle you're working with?
Next question. A pile.
Ooh, soft and big.
Piles suck.
It's not complete liquid. It's probably halfway.
Let's go opposite of what you're doing, Erika. Let's try to fill out our corners. So we need a word that's really small and really, really loose. That's a chart.
Yeah, I would say a shark definitely falls under
And then let's
small
go
and loose as possible.
really, really big, but really, really loose. That's diarrhea. Like if you have diarrhea, that's
Yeah.
when you're just shitting your brains out. Which that's a subcategory of diarrhea.
Yeah.
And then what other empty spaces do we have?
I mean,
I think that's pretty
Pretty
good.
much, yeah,
Let me get a pic of that. Or Christian, I guess it's your episode. Go ahead and get a good pic of that, and that way we can put it on screen for everybody.
Let me fill.
I hope we described it well enough. But Erika, as they're going, go ahead and describe it. Again, left axis on the x-axis is liquid. All the way to the right is rock hard. At the very top on the y-axis is big girl. At the very bottom is small boy. Is that what it says?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and read them off from bottom left to upper right.
From bottom left
Yeah.
to upper right. Bottom left, all the way at the extremity is a shart. Okay, very liquid, very small is a shart. Kind of in the center of that quadrant is doo-doo.
There you go. Quadrant's a better idea.
At the top of that quadrant, all the way to the left is the runs. And then a little bit to the right and a little bit more north of doo-doo is poo. And then at the very center, almost to the center, but still in that lower left quadrant is excrement. And then we've got on the axis all the way towards liquid is fecal matter. Slightly north of center, so in the top left quadrant, we've got stool. Also to the left, just above fecal matter a bit, we've got Hershey squirts. In that top left quadrant, all the way at the extreme, we've got diarrhea.
We do have diarrhea. That's very true.
Manure and dung are very close. Dung is more liquid than manure, but they are both towards the top with big girls. Then, should we go back to the bottom?
Whichever, just let
Naturally.
the listeners know. This is for the listeners.
Naturally, we move on to the upper right quadrant.
Naturally.
So big girls with rock hard stools here.
Love that song by Queen.
At the top, towards the center line here, though, we've got turd. So a turd is a very large, rather hard.
Solid.
It's a solid poop. Then to the right of that, getting closer to the extremities here, we've got log and shit, which are really right close next to each other. On the opposite end of that, towards the center of the quadrant here, we've got a number 2, and then crap, really close to that center line. Moving on to the lower right quadrant, all the way at the extreme, we've got droppings. Really
Hard and
small, really hard. Those are droppings. And then slightly above that, scat. Then we got scat. And then
We do have scat.
kind of in the center of that quadrant, a little bit close to the true axis there, the true 0, we've got dookie. And then above that, closest to the center, we've got human waste.
I think we did a good job.
I think so too.
I think this is
Fucking
how
love
we
that.
get nominated for an Ignoramus Award.
Yeah.
Was it?
Ig Nobel Prize.
Yeah, I think this is a really big Ig Nobel. If we get frickin' snubbed on this year's Ig Nobel prizes,
Because we've got the Bristol stool scale. So what do we
Yeah.
call this?
the piss. This is our. What do you mean? This is our Poo-Litical CumPiss.
Yeah.
Yep, let me write that down so
Yeah.
Christian can remember that.
Yep. Write that down. Write that down. Write that
That's
down.
the Poo-Litical
CumPiss.
CumPiss.
Yeah.
Poo shit.
Poo-Litical.
Maybe we'll. Is there a way for me to make this an actual template so that our listeners can fill out where their shits are landing?
I don't.
Let's
know.
get a monthly stools. Let's get some monthly stool tracking. We'll do a Poo-Litical CumPiss of your monthly poo trackings. You need to get on top of this, guys. We need to innovate. We need to innovate.
Judgies app, and it's a shit tracker. But you instead of ranking your hardness, it's just put it on the Poo-Litical CumPiss.
It's a poop tracker, and then also you can listen to our podcast on it. Those are the two things it lets you do. All right, we don't just talk about shit on this podcast. We
Well,
also listen to
Kind of do.
sound sent in to us from our listeners. This one coming to us from Alex. In a moment of divine inspiration, I offer you this. Love, Alex. XOXO. And I'm gonna cross the road if we played this before because it's from April and there's no way I would ever remember that.
From
I
April.
love the Judgies and the Judgies love me. Judging.
One more time, please.
Oh, right after he unplugged it.
I love the Judgies and the Judgies love me. Judging.
I liked it.
We like it. I like it. 2.5 like it's.
We didn't play it before.
Thank
So,
God.
Yeah.
I didn't. I was like, I think I would remember this one, but we have a lot of them that are just like animal noises. And I'm just like, have I heard this dog or have I heard a different dog?
Yeah.
All
I thought
cute
it was fun.
dogs. Thanks, Alex. I loved it.
That was from April.
It was sent in April from
That's
Alex.
I thought it was
Very
sent to
funny.
Alex.
Oh, Alex Fool's Day.
It is November Fools today.
It is November Fool's Day.
Yeah.
You guys better not fucking have any kind of pranks in store in line for
What's this
me.
on your shirt? I got it was so good with that the other day.
You did. Did we talk about that on the podcast?
Yeah, it's on next week's episode.
It's so funny.
It might be the bonus episode. I
You
can't remember.
absolutely got my effing ass with that one.
Well, the cool
Did I
thing
tell you
about
about that? He was shirtless in the kitchen or something, and I was like, he had
it
like
was
a
in
little.
our bedroom.
Was it our bedroom? It had like a little pimple, and I popped it on his arm, and I was like, "Oh, you've got something right here." And he looks down, and I pop.
I picked up a pillow and I screamed into the pillow.
So funny.
This is a listener submitted story coming to us from Amy.
The hedgehog.
This one is titled Shit Ventures.
It is a Christian
my God.
episode, so it makes sense.
What the hell? Hi, Judgies. You can say my name.
Hi.
It's Amy. Just thinking about my numerous shit stories, and this was the most recent shit venture I've been on.
Okay.
I've had tummy time issues since my mid-20s. However, in my 30s, the passing out and shitting all over myself while out cold started. I lost a shag rug to one of these unfortunate times. Anywho, whoop-de-woo. It's time to see the GI doctor.
I think it was time many years ago to see the GI doctor.
Colonoscopy was scheduled the next week. Evacuation day came. I drank 132 ounces of cold cherry-flavored salty spit.
Ooh.
That's the worst part of it. And I shit my life away until finally it was just water from my butthole. I was clean as a whistle. Then colonoscopy day came. I'm prepped and ready and met the team of people who are about to stick things up my butt. And I got a glorious nap out of it. Time to wakey, and the sweet nurse proceeds to tell me what they found. The nurse says, it looks like you have a tortuous colon. Is that
Yep.
the right word?
Tortuous.
Like
Tortuous.
like you're being tortured or torched like fire.
Tortured.
Okay.
I
That doesn't
immediately-
sound like a medical diagnosis.
Yeah, right.
That seems like they're just like, yeah, it turns out your life's been ruined by your shit. Like, yeah, that's why I'm seeing you, doc.
I immediately...
Gee, I wonder why.
Holy shit. Is that why they're called GIs?
No.
Yes.
Well, I wonder
It
why
doesn't
then.
stand for anything.
I
GI
immediately...
doctors stand for nothing. They're very flaky.
Well, most of the time they're sitting. I immediately blurted
Shitting,
out,
actually.
treacherous. She didn't even correct me. My sweet baby angel. 1 polyp to biopsy and pathology. She then gets my husband and asks the nurse and the next curtain to keep an eye on me. I sit straight up and give her the goofiest Forrest Gump wave with a huge grin. I mean, I'm just feeling silly goofy. My husband comes back and I'm just smiling at him. I continue to tell him about my treacherous colon, and then he left to get the vehicle. I got dressed and sweet baby angel nurse came and got me a wheelchair. I told her that this was the most fun ride I've ever had. I swear this wheelchair was so smooth and fast I almost put my hands in the air. Just silly, goofy times being had.
Yeah.
I'm on a Firebird regimen now, and let me tell you, I've had the most beautiful poops. I didn't know your poop was supposed to sink. I swear I looked down and saw the most perfect brown swirl pile of shit one day. Also, long poops. I'm talking logs. I'm talking measurements, not time. Like, there's a pile and a snake going down the hole for who knows how long. It's truly impressed me by my treacherous colon. I'm truly impressed by my treacherous colon. I got back in a few weeks. Pathology came back precancerous, but that just means more silly, goofy times in the future. Thanks for reading. Love y'all so much. Hugs and pisses. Shitlord Amy.
That's wild, Amy.
You are a shitlord.
You
I mean,
are an absolute shitlord.
That's what, yeah. There's no other way to describe you. I'm glad that you got help when you need it. Now you know that you need regular colonoscopies, making sure you don't get cancer.
Yeah, glad you caught it.
Do they have not cherry flavored spit that I can drink? Because
They'll have different flavors, but it will be
Good.
spit. It will be spitty and salty and gross.
that's fine as long as it's not cherry flavored. Because I would rather fucking die.
I think the spit comes from I think it's a lot like the texture of Pedialyte, where it's like it's just a little bit thicker than water. Where you're like, what the fuck? What the fuck is this?
What if it's grape flavor? Don't you not like
no,
grape?
absolutely not.
The
Grape
only
and
flavor
cherry are
she'll-
not happening.
The only flavor she'll do is like orange.
What if it was root beer flavor?
Look, she won't even do orange. There's
I'll
no
do
other
orange.
flavors.
That's the one I did for the thing, the test when I'm pregnant. What's the thing? Gestational diabetes.
Pregnancy test. Oh,
That stinks. I was gonna make a polyp pocket joke and I decided not to. That kid's toy.
That's called diverticulitis.
all right. Couple more stories here from relationship underscore advice. My ex-boyfriend left me for my best friend, and now they want me to be part of their wedding.
In what regard? In what capacity?
Maid of honor / best man.
If it's anything with any amount of responsibility or work, no.
3 years ago, Josh,
Classic Josh.
Go.
my
fucking
boyfriend
figure.
of a year and a half, broke up with me because he had feelings for Anna, my best friend.
Noble thing to do is to break up before you cheat.
Yeah,
At least
mean,
he broke up with you.
That's true. We hung out a lot, and they said that they eventually developed feelings for one another. They admitted that Josh had cheated on.
Well, hey.
They admitted that Josh had been cheating on me.
Well, Josh,
They
I tried
made
to
a
defend
fool
you.
out of me. They made me think that everything was okay when it really was not.
They made fools out of themselves, not you.
If they admitted it at the time, I would have tried to be understanding and tried to support them, but they chose to lie to me. So I cut them both off.
As you should.
I focused on school and found a job with good income. Josh and Anna tried to reach out to me at first, telling me that they still wanted to be friends, but I blocked them. Now I'm living in the town next to our hometown. I got a wonderful job opportunity, so I moved. But I liked that I was still close enough to visit my parents and other relatives. About a month ago, I heard about their wedding from a common friend. It didn't really bother me anymore, so I just went on with my life. A week ago, I received a message from Anna telling me that she and Josh were getting married and that they would like me to be part of the wedding party. I replied, congratulations, but no thank you.
Yeah, because which side does she gonna
Yeah.
stand on? That's the real
And
issue.
also, if this is the only time that you've talked in how long, and all of a sudden you just want them to be no.
Yeah.
it's very clearly them just wanting to clear their conscience.
Yeah. I had no feelings for Josh anymore, and I'm even seeing someone else, but I don't want to celebrate the wedding of two people who betrayed me.
Yeah.
They were insistent. Josh also messaged me via a different number. Some of my friends also tried to convince me to come to the wedding. I firmly said no to all of them. Even my mom called me asking if I was going, and when I said no, she sounded a little disappointed, but she didn't push it. This is all just quite weird to me. Why would you want your ex-girlfriend and ex-best friend, the girl you cheated on, to be part of your wedding party?
Threesome.
The
They
Okay.
consummate the marriage.
It's the only way. The day before yesterday, Anna's parents called me, telling me that they miss me and really hope I could go to the wedding.
Well,
You have to be cool as hell that everybody's like, please be at this wedding.
I wonder if the parents know. I mean, I guess
they'd have to know.
maybe not necessarily about the cheating.
yeah.
Yes.
I firmly said that I would not be going. Her mom berated me, saying that I should let bygones be bygones and that I should be happy for her daughter. So I guess they do know. I asked her if I cheated with Anna's boyfriend, and then I asked if I cheated with Anna's boyfriend and then invited her to the wedding. Would she convince Anna to go? She had no answer to this, so I hung up. This is quite getting out of hand because I'm receiving more than 20 to 30 calls and a text a day from their friends and family about this
That's
wedding.
wild.
Any advice on how to handle this? Also, any insight on why they wanted me to go to their wedding? I don't think it's normal that they are so insistent about it.
Yeah, no.
They just want to make themselves feel better. I mean, I don't know about everybody else. That's why the bride and groom want you there. That way they can feel like they buried the hatchet and not feel like pieces of shit.
Yeah.
Everyone else just really likes you because you're really fucking cool and want you to be there because you're the life of the party.
Yeah.
And the other two honestly suck. So they know that they're not going to have as much fun if you're not there.
And they all want to know if the threesome happens or not.
Yeah.
That's the real big thing, too. The mom
yeah.
is really pushing for the threesome.
Yeah. The brunch the next day, the post-wedding brunch is
The
going to...
tea.
Oh, my
Ooh.
God.
And now it's just going to be a boring wedding where these two people who love each other get married.
That's
Yuck.
wild.
There's not even...
Lame.
Yeah. They wanted there to be a little spice to the wedding. They wanted to be like, oh, what's this will they, won't they thing
Yeah.
going on?
Not a red wedding, but maybe like a chartreuse wedding.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of spice. Maybe one murder.
A cyan wedding.
A taupe wedding.
Hmm.
When are you getting married, Josh?
Never.
That's lame.
Well,
Can you
Damn,
just
you're
throw
living-
like a really fancy party where we all get really dressed up?
probably.
Okay.
Someday.
That's all I care about, actually.
Yeah.
I just want a reason to get a fancy dress. And
Get
Look.
drunk on my dime.
yes.
Yeah, someday.
I've been waiting for that. Let me get drunk on your frickin' dime, Josh.
And then we'll stop being friends with you. That's what we've been waiting for.
Oh, God. This last story is so long, I don't think I can read it, guys.
That's okay. I think we're all right, brother.
All right.
Because we got a bunch more stories, including Courtney and Erika's trip to hot Atlanta. over on the weekly bonus episode on patreon.com/judgiespod.
Erika, if they got a story or a sound that they want to send to us, where the heck should they send that?
To our email. Our email is at judgiespod. Yeah. Our email is at judgiespod@gmail.com. And if you want to follow us anywhere else on the internet, if you're there, then we're probably there too. And that's the handles at judgiespod. JDGIESPOD.
Any final words, Josh?
Nope.
Shut the fuck up. Thank you for listening. It's been a blast.
Bye. Have a great week.
You guys see Chapel Roan's SNL outfit?
No.
I didn't know she was on SNL.
It's crazy. In a good way.
The Judgies love you.
Bye.